What's up, guys? It's your boy Oxy back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a non-crump approach to something because I have a challenge that I'm doing with my girl today, and that is going to be on making spooky baskets. Now, according to her, the guys are winning, and I just have to make sure that we stay on the winning trend here. Now, I spend so much time trying to make sure that crumpers don't beat me, and I realized that my girl could beat me up in real life, and I don't need that happening. Honestly, this challenge is fun. I've never done this before. This is actually my first time doing a spooky basket, let alone a spooky basket challenge with a significant other. So I actually am pretty excited to take you guys on this journey. Before we get into the nitty gritty, if you guys would like to go through the entire process of this, be sure to subscribe to not only my page, but subscribe to ADRIANA's page and also to our conjoined page as well to get the reactions. And then you guys get to see who did better. So let's get started. I'm about to whoop my girl in a spooky baskets contest, and we starting off going to the Dollar Tree. What? I said I was gonna win. I didn't say it was gonna be expensive. But it might be a little expensive. Ah, so beautiful, so mysterious, and so cheap. All right, so before you guys say anything else, literally the only thing that I'm actually getting in here is probably the basket. Maybe a couple of the decorations. I know that's kind of like the way that, you know, it would be easiest so that I can kind of get the color scheme, get the coordination right. So then after that, everything that I get outside of here, it'll be going with the idea that I'm trying to give her. Got you? Make sense? It makes sense. I know it does. All right, so first things first, the things that we're going to focus on for this spooky basket is color schemes and details, okay? One thing that I know that she loves a lot is glitter. I know that she likes pumpkin spice. I know that for Halloween, the colors that I'm kind of going with are like a purple and an orange. Keep it kind of consistent. So I found this card, and I'm going to be customizing it a little bit more than what it is, but since it's really glittery on the front, I kind of just gives that to I don't have to do that anymore. But anyway, it looks like this. This looks nice. This looks nice. So, start up. Just the beginning, just the beginning. I also found this nice little orange skull that they have here. Just as a cool little prop, just to like, just though it doesn't have to be anything super heavy, but we're gonna go with that for this stuff. Anyway, I'm not gonna go too much for candy or anything like that because we're not really on a candy type of trend. For those of you guys who've been already following me and paying attention to my last couple of videos in the journey, I am still going strong with this no candy thing. We did go to Universal just recently and I almost slipped up. I would say technically I did, but we're not gonna count it because it was in a drink. So I didn't realize it until I had it, but it wasn't something that was intentional. Like I didn't go in here and said, oh yeah, candy. It was like I'm doing something, getting a drink, I'm enjoying my adulting time, and then, you know, turns out that it had a piece of licorice in there. So we're not gonna count that one. All right, so we have a card, we have something that's really nice, but now to get our actual basket here. Now the idea of what I wanted is for the basket not to be super big, but for it to be something that's easily customizable. For example, they have like these orange ones that are in here that are pretty nice. I like the orange because obviously it goes with the theme of what I'm doing. But I also want to be able to have something black, so like some black in there to kind of like, you know, add a little bit more of me in there, just as much as it is of like the whole vibe of what we're doing. So we'll take one of them. We'll take one, okay? Because that's gonna definitely have to go in there. But I think if I can find something that's like close to it, I might do like a little section for the basket that has black. And it's not really anything purple I can see in with these baskets, so we're just gonna go with that. We're just gonna go with the in and out type of vibe here. I like this. I like this whole, like, you know, it's in one way is gonna be the orange, which is gonna be the over the top, like outside section, but it's black on the inside. What I might do is, if I can find like some streamers or something that I can actually like put inside that can just hang off the edge. Oh, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win so hard. Oh, and then it comes just like that. Decorative shred. Shred is the way to go. Shred is definitely the way to go. Because then I can just fill it up in that space, in that section, make it to where it kind of plants out, and then maybe add like 1 or 2 things to go on the edge of it. So it sticks to that orange and purple. I did see a little mini skeleton, and your boy does love himself some skeletons, so we're gonna grab another one. I bet you she's gonna probably grab one of these because she's hitting Dollar Tree later on, probably 2. we're gonna go with it because we can probably fix up the legs a little bit or something. Sorry. So yeah, I'll probably end up breaking off the skeleton legs and just using his torso for like the front half. Maybe putting some stuff at the bottom for the shred, and then like using the parts that I take out and then put it to where it sticks up. You'll see what I mean when I actually get started. But I think we got all our base stuff out the way. I think that's what we needed. So let's get on to getting this stuff and go to the next store. All right, so Dollar Tree is done. We're gonna go over to Target and to our next stuff right now. So far, all I've spent was about a good solid $10 on just getting all the essential stuff just to get the base that we were trying to work with. Now, because we got that part out the way and that's gonna take majority of our time, we can actually get to the stuff that's just gonna go in it. It's not gonna be super crazy, but for the most part, we kind of want to make sure that there is a lot of essentials that she could probably use, utilize, or that I could see her, you know, getting, wearing, or needing. Funny enough, I didn't realize this, but so she can look at my location to find out exactly where I am, and that's like a good news at one point and then a bad news at the same time, because like certain areas that I want to go to, she's not supposed to know that I'm going. Like I even thought about going to Ulta. If I go to Ulta, that's gonna be my expensive side of things. That's not something I wanted her to know that I'm going to. So we'll see. But let's go to Target. All right, so we've just made it into Target. My girl is definitely more of a shower person than a bath person, but hopefully with this one, she will end up trying to take a lot more baths because it helps just the soaking, all right, just the soak. So we're gonna go with the orange. We're gonna go with some Dr. Teal's. We're gonna go with the orange because the purple is lavender and that is not her favorite. And I don't feel like I'm gonna go get something that she is not going to want at the end of the day. So I feel like the vibe that we're definitely going for is like, you know, something that helps with the skin, something that helps with, you know, maybe the comfort, maybe something that has a little bit of a theme to it. She loves, and I mean adores, Stitch. So if I can find something that kind of has a little Stitch vibe going on, but a little bit more spooky version of it, then I might snag that as well. Now moving on to candles. I actually really wanted to get her a candle for a cool minute, and pumpkin spice, as I said before, is one of her favorite scents, her favorite things in general. So we have a couple pumpkin spice that I'm seeing right now. I think I'm gonna go with this beautiful, nice one. It seems like I'm doing a lot more orange than purple, but it's okay. I'm gonna try and get to the purple if I can. Yep, that's very pumpkin spicy. So pumpkin spicy. All right, I think we have found our first purple item of this entire thing going into Target. And I actually really enjoyed looking at this, and I think it's gonna be something that's worth a really good amount in terms of just the quality of what it could bring. So just as a little mini backstory, there's been kind of a few times to where, you know, like all relationships, you guys have your downfalls, you guys have your little moments where things don't really go that well. And as often as we want to try and fix things ourselves or fix ourselves to situate problems that are arising, it's always a good way to make sure that the communication between you guys is strong still, and you guys want to make sure that that stays on top. So one of the big things that I want to make sure is that even if we do have our off points, our points where we're trying to rekindle and reconnect, that there's always a straightforward, good way for us to spark conversation, spark something that is going to bring us back to each other, back to center ourselves. So I found this game here, this little card. I wouldn't say it's a game, but I would say it's a card-based activity for couples, and it's just on asking deep questions, getting kind of a good understanding as far as things that you guys can talk about. It gets really intense. I've heard about it. I've talked about it for a few times, and I've talked about it a few times to friends that have had it, and so far I've heard nothing but good things about it. So this is actually a perfect thing for me to try, and it's also perfect because it's purple. So it was just set up, match made in heaven, I guess you could say. So we're definitely gonna try and get this thing situated, and I would love to see her reaction to it once I got it. All right, next level item that we have here. For those of you who don't know, this girl adores, and I mean loves, sparkling water. She'll drink sparkling water more than she'll drink actual water, which has always been something that has tripped me out. Because for one, I gotta stay on top of my intake. I gotta keep everything like way up. But there's no way in hell, I'm not the one for the soda water. That's not me. But she loves it, so I'm gonna get her one and get her some of these, but we're gonna make sure that they're the purple ones so it sticks to like the aesthetic that I'm trying to do. So it still has some purple in there for that. All right, guys, so our final place, TJ Maxx. I cannot stand this place, but my girl loves it, so we're doing it. With the amount of time that we've spent together, you would think by now that I would know how to operate my way around the makeup section or worse, the skincare section of a TJ Maxx or just a place that she loves going to. And let me just tell you guys, no, that can't, not happening. In most cases, I would say that simple is better, and I think that for the amount that I have spent already, along with everything that I'm already putting together for it, I think we're gonna stick to that one because I'm finding a whole lot of nothing, and part of me, I know my wallet is thinking that that's a good thing, but part of me is definitely thinking that that's not a bad thing at all. So this was a bust, but the good thing is that I am done spending money, so we can get started on trying to make this into the exact spooky basket that this is meant to be. I'm pretty sure they have Sharpies back over at the house, so I should be able to whip up the rest of it, exactly everything that I need to like come over everything, but I'm hitting the gas station anyway, so just in case, I'll probably pick up a Sharpie if I can find one anywhere that's like close by. So onward to the house. See you guys later. So I got home first, so I get first dibs on the room. So I'm gonna take the room, she's gonna take the other room, and let's just get started. Just get straight into this bad boy. All right, first things first, we're gonna work our way into the base here. First, our skeleton. You're gonna need to lose some of these limbs here. We can keep the top half though, so lucky. Once again, the idea that we're going to try and use and permit is going to be trying to make all of the ideas resonate with our spookiness that we're trying to add here. So now, here we go. Some of this is going to be used to come over the corners, over the edges. We're going to just try and like funnel through, just not too much because we still want to use this for other parts of it. First things first, strings gotta go. Skeleton, first skeleton. This looks like it's about to be taking like a nice little bath in here. You see that? Give you guys some more looks onto that stuff there. Ooh. As there's a lot of things that we go through in our relationships, the one thing that I want to make sure that she always stays is relaxed, stays calm in all the situations that we go through, and also to make sure that she's taking care of herself as much as we take care of each other. So this one is more so dedicated to, obviously, you know, there are things that she enjoys, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that she always stays her best self, stays in this good energy, but also it being something that can reflect into our relationship all the time. And communication, connection, relaxation, there are so many elements to how we stay on top of ourselves and stay true to ourselves in our relationships. So the last thing that I gotta do is just finish up the card. Like I said, the card is already pretty good as a startup, but I'm just gonna put up something really nice and cool in this just to seal the deal with this. So I'm gonna give you guys one last look over the actual spooky basket. I had to speed up because I know we're kind of like weird in the situation in terms of like rooms and whatnot, but this is the final look at the spooky basket.